Today, I'm going to make my case for why the BMW 3 Series is one of the best cars that you can buy for less than $5,000. Well, hey all you cool cats and kittens. Welcome back to the channel. If it's your first time tuning in, I appreciate it. Consider hitting the subscribe button. Maybe liking the video if you do. So today we're talking about cars that are $5,000 or less, and which one is really the best car to go after right now. I looked around for quite a while at different cars, and I settled on this 325 Ci BMW. It's a 2001 model, and the body has about 230,000 miles, but the engine was replaced with a 65,000 mile donor, and currently the car is sitting at about 78,000 miles. So a while ago, I was looking for something that would be kind of sporty and fun to play with, kind of daily drive, modify if I wanted to, but I had certain criteria that I had to meet. It had to be less than $5,000. It had to be a manual transmission. It had to be two doors, and it had to have some of your creature comforts, that you see in today's modern cars. Well, here I am in a BMW 325 Ci. This car ended up checking all of the boxes, and that's why I think it's one of the best cars that you can get right now for less than $5,000. Bang for your buck, it doesn't get any better than this car. Now, I've never owned one before, but I'm glad I own one now because I've been driving this car for about a month and enjoyed every single second of it. It's such a fun car. It's not fast. I didn't buy it because it was a rocket ship, but it handles so well. This car handles probably better than almost any car that I've had so far. So I was looking for something that had, creature comforts as well. I've got navigation, I've got Bluetooth, a backup camera, I've got driver and passenger airbags, I've even got side impact airbags in the doors. This car will get passed down to my daughter. I did want a manual transmission to teach her how to drive a manual, and I'm going to teach my wife how to drive a manual as well. More or less give her a refresher course. She said she knows how to do it, but we'll see. For what I paid for this car, I got a great deal because a lot of the work that I would have had to do for this car has already been done. I've only had to do like 3 things. So besides getting it home and giving it a full detail and washing it and cleaning the interior really well, I had to replace the washer motor for the windshield wipers. And I didn't have to, but I went ahead and replaced the differential fluid. And then I tightened up the bolt for the differential that was a little bit loose and it was causing a clunking sound. When I went to test drive the car, when you let your foot off the gas, you'd hear this clunk and you'd feel it in the back of the car and just couldn't figure out what it was. Now, being new to BMWs, I had no idea what it could be. I have a buddy who is very knowledgeable on these cars, and he kind of walked me through, top 3 things that it might be. Turns out it was just a loose bolt on the differential. All of the differential bushings and stuff have already been replaced. They're all urethane, so all I had to do was tighten that thing up, and I'm good to go. All right, so why is it that the 3 Series is the best car for $5,000 or less? Well, these cars, from what I can tell, are really reliable. I've read a lot of forums. I've watched a lot of videos, multiple videos that people have posted over the years with issues in their car, and there's not a ton of them. Now, it could be that they had just great cars. I feel like I got a really good car, but for the most part, bang for your buck, These cars are easy to work on, conventional drive, parts are plentiful. The aftermarket world is just huge for these cars. You can do anything and everything to them. It's got all the amenities that you'd look for in a modern day car, even though the car's 19 years old. The air conditioning blows super cold, so that's a huge plus, especially living here in Texas. Leather interior, power seats, sunroof, plenty of room in the trunk. You have so much room in the trunk when you fold down the seats. This car will seat 4 people and pretty comfortably. Now, I'm not a tall guy, so my seat is a little bit farther forward than probably most people, but there's quite a bit of leg room back there if you're sitting in the back seat. I could sit back there on a long road trip and probably be just fine. They look really, really comfy. I lucked out when I got this car because all that work had been done to it, and the stuff I want to do with this car, it's already set up. So the main thing was the suspension. It's got a short throw shifter, which is great. That's one of the first things I would recommend if you have a 3 Series like this. I'm going to take this car to the track and play with it, and I'm BMW 3 Series. It's such a neat car. So if you're looking for something cool and you're looking for something fun and sporty to drive and have a great time with, check it out. Look into the 3 Series BMW. Make sure you do your homework. Get a good car. Don't get one that's clapped out. You're gonna end up putting a ton of time and money and energy into something and be disappointed. So take your time, find the right car for you. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Consider subscribing. Stay hungry, stay foolish.